Hi, my name is Rick Eftink, and I'd like to talk to you about changing amateurism and why the NCAA should switch to the Olympic model. Now, to do this properly, I need to take you back to 1995. In 1995, there's a player for UCLA Bruins called Ed O'Banion. That year, he helped the Bruins win a national title. He won Player of the Year, every accolade you could win as a college athlete. He was so good, he went and was drafted in the top 10 spots in the NBA draft that next year. However, Ed O'Banion's career did not go the way he thought it would as a professional. In fact, he was out of the league within 2 years. And within a few years after that, Ed O'Banion was selling cars, just like a normal person, like you and I would do, to make a living. But he still loved basketball and he loved to play video games, so he started playing the NCAA basketball game. On it, he of course chose his alma mater, UCLA, and realized the character he was playing on the video game was in fact himself. In fact, the game touted how authentic it was, how it had every detail right. They had his number, 31. It looked just like Ed O'Banion. Not only that, they even made him left-handed and have the same shooting style. Now here's Ed O'Banion selling cars in the NCAA, making money off his image. But they've always controlled the player's image. So Ed O'Banion filed a lawsuit that is still going on to this day. One thing that Ed O'Banion thought was wrong, that he didn't have control of his own image, because when you take a scholarship to somewhere, athletics is the only place that you don't control your own image or your own likeness. Nobody tells somebody here on a music scholarship, don't write a symphony, you won't be able to sell it. Or somebody who's a writer or on an academic scholarship, do not write the great next novel. You can't publish it while you're in college. They only do this with athletics and only NCAA athletics. I'd like to compare that to the Olympic model. The Olympic model lets you control your own image and do with it what you want, your own likeness. Behind me, you'll see two athletes. Michael Phelps, I'm sure you've all heard of him. Lindsey Vonn. Lindsey Vonn's the most successful downhill skier we've ever had. Lindsey Vonn's net worth is $6 million. She has earned over $5.7 million from endorsements. Michael Phelps, he's earned over $95 million in his life. $94 million of that comes from endorsements. Now keep in mind, these endorsements don't hurt anyone else. They don't cost anyone else money. It's just people paying them to promote their products. Now, we'll take a look at the NCAA. The NCAA handles things differently. I chose these two cases in general because I thought they were particularly atrocious. On my left is a man named Donald De La Haye. Donald De La Haye was very industrious when he was younger. In fact, in high school, he started making kicking videos and putting them on YouTube. His videos got so popular, he initially ended up with 90,000 viewers. Advertisers started contacting Donald saying, we'd like to advertise with you, these are great. In fact, his kicking videos became so popular, he ended up getting a scholarship to Central Florida. However, the NCAA said, I'm sorry, you are selling your likeness and your image, and that's against the rules. For you to participate, you have to give back all the money you have earned from the videos, and you have to stop earning any more. This includes the videos and the money he earned as a high school student before he ever attended Central Florida. But the NCAA said, we're doing this to protect the student athlete. Another example is Jeremy Bloom. Jeremy always wanted to play college football, got his dream, and progressed as a Colorado Buffalo football player. However, Jeremy was such a good athlete, he also became ranked in the top 10 as far as skiing in the world. Of course, a lot of ski endorsers wanted to come to sell his boots, their hats, their clothing. He reported to the NCAA, and the NCAA said, if you take this money, you will be ineligible to play football. He had always wanted to play football. This was his dream, and yet the NCAA said, you can't do it. Even though the NCAA does not endorse or have any ski teams. Because he does not control his own image in any fashion, he had to give up his dream to play college football. Donald De La Haye had to drop out of college once they took his scholarship. So who exactly is the NCAA protecting when they say they're protecting the student athletes? Well, I think I have a pretty good idea. Last year, the NCAA made more money than 13 different countries. They made $1.1 billion. That's billion with a B. Their president earned $2.4 million last year. Luckily, they didn't have to pay any of that in taxes. $0 in taxes because they're a nonprofit. Now, if that's a nonprofit, I don't know what a for-profit is. What I say they should do is let the NCAA athletes be treated the same as the other amateur athletes in America. Let them control their image. It costs the schools nothing. All it does is let them benefit from their own image. Because I've seen a lot of student athletes who've not been able to finish because of financial reasons. Thank you for your time.